Our service motto?
Service motto.
Okay, the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Chip, are you here?
Jim.
Okay, we have a song?
No.
No? Okay, before we do the song, we'll do the prayer. Is Jim here?
Jim does it.
Okay, then I will say, bless this food to our use, us to thy service, and keep us ever mindful of the needs of others.
Amen.
Amen. Okay, who would like to pick a song?
Page 6, Battle Hymn of the Covenant.
Oh, okay.
What is it?
Mal, you can choose a song. Go ahead. Shout out.
What page?
After fire and force up.
Why don't I just sing the glory of the coming of the Lord? The assembling out of his word, the grace of wrath and sword. He has loosed the faithful lightning of his everlasting sword. His truth is marching on. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Glory, glory, hallelujah. His truth is marching on.
Who's for leadership?
Yeah.
Okay. Since today is the General Assembly, we'll do happy dollars first, and then we'll do announcements as part of the General Assembly. So, who would like to do happy dollars? Any happy dollars? Bill?
Yeah, I am really happy because I learned today that my buddy Mike came down with heat exhaustion or fatigue or whatever, and he had to go in the hospital.
What?
But I'm really happy that he got through that and he's with us today. Two $5.
Nice.
Second that $5.
Anyone else have happy dollars?
Make sure you're hydrated. You want some.
Oh, look at my sling that pledge.
Libby, happy dollars?
We're gonna give $20 because of the Connecting North Committee to help my sister get rid of her cast for 8 weeks and help them get around.
Any other happy dollars? Oh, okay, Queen of Hearts. Who had it?
Pair of 60s. It would be it.
I do.
Any ace or B?
I got an ace.
You beat me, okay.
I got an ace of spades. Did you have the whole deck? Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So,
Did she get the whole pot? Who got it?
No, not good.
I'm waiting on the pot.
okay.
This one. 10 of hearts. Not a winner.
Okay.
That's terrible.
What did I do with the buttons? Oh, right here. Okay. So, Paul, do we have a count?
They're in plain white.
Kind of.
It's $50. And so finally get 13.
13.
I get $13. I can eat this week.
There you go.
Thank you.
Here you are, $13. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
How you doing, Ken?
So today is the General Assembly. First of all, are there any announcements? Karen?
Even though we didn't clean up the road, I want to thank all the people who volunteered to clean up the road. You really did respond, and I thank you very much.
When's the next one?
Yes, it's that time of the year again. Edward Jones, AKA Willie Randall, is having his 17th annual school supply drive. So start thinking about, no, don't think about it. Start getting your school supplies. This year they're supplying boxes. So I'll have the boxes, I'll pick them up tomorrow, and we'll start collecting school supplies next week.
What do you mean, collection school supplies? Need some money?
It means you bring money or school supplies to the meeting, and we collect in the box, and then Willie has a luncheon, and we deliver all the school supplies, like pencils, glue, notebooks, etc.
Joan,
Backpacks, something special, different.
I was just say,
We'll
Joan,
talk to them.
do we know if the district as a whole is doing the supplying of backpacks with school
I asked
supplies?
this morning, I don't know about backpacks.
Okay,
So don't buy backpacks, buy.
okay.
Stuff to put in the backpacks. Okay. And that's for all of the schools in Northampton County? Chippewa, the high school?
I think that's all.
Acrobat too, maybe.
But should we focus on like K through 6th grade kind of supplies?
K
No,
through 8?
Everything, notebooks,
Okay.
you can't go wrong.
I will say that it's in our budget for the club to donate that too.
Yes.
But we
But
need
don't
extra
let-
donation as well.
Let that hold you back. You want to have some personal involvement. Other than that.
Anyone else have any announcements?
Yes,
There's a question on the floor.
I think I would say make the check out to the Rotary Club and we'll combine the funds and then do that as a contribution over to Willie. But I don't mean to speak for the treasurer, past or present.
Katie's always right. Katie's always right.
update on the crab cakes. We still have one tray just frozen in my freezer that's not sold. And we only have one member who hasn't paid.
Who is that member? Bill Payne.
Well, it's the same member that paid the last time we made crab cakes.
And I'm gonna say we try not to shame our members when they can't pay
Why not?
immediately. Let's give them at least a full season before we.
Okay, wait a minute. Last time, I thought I had to. Remember? And then eventually you said, well, you're one of the ones who has to pay.
It's not you, it's not you.
Well, that was not.
You weren't the last member that paid last time.
I was the last one?
No.
What?
And that's nothing for nothing.
Anyone else have any announcements before I start talking?
I do, not quite an announcement, but as well with today's club assembly. You should have received notice from the district that they have purchased the licensing for every Rotary Club in District 7600 to have access to the Ignite app, which is the app for DACDB. So I'm happy to talk to you a little bit about that, show you what it looks like. I got it on my phone to make sure you have a chance to download it yourself. The beauty of it is it gives you access to all of our members. in our club. You can also look throughout the district, any other person you're trying to hunt down and stalk. You can find their email information, their phone numbers. You can email directly from that app to that person if that's what you wanted to do within our club to make it a little easier. There are a couple other features in there, but that's the biggest one to help you when you forget all of us in the club and you need to reach out. So I want to remind everybody, please download the Ignite app. It looks like a little flame in the App Store.
Can't you do that on DAC TV?
You can, but through the app, it's more reasonable to look at things on your phone through the app.
It's sort of like a cheat app.
Yeah.
If you don't feel comfortable getting into DAC TV, you can go into Ignite and it'll probably help you get the stuff you want to know quickly.
And you use your same username and password that you use to get into DAC TV. That's it.
Okay. Anyone else have any announcements before I start? Okay, first thing I want to do is wish Diane Dawson a belated happy birthday. It was Sunday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
My favorite thing is all my friends and family call to sing.
I also want to say today, the 21st, is Ryan Peake's birthday, but Ryan is not here. But he is a member of Rotary, so if you see him or get a chance to talk to him, wish him a happy birthday. The next thing I want to do is I want to recognize Ken Huggendubler, who has completed his mentorship and is now officially a member of the Rotary Club. Okay,
And I did such a good job mentoring Ken.
You did.
That he's now already become treasurer.
So, this is my third week as president, and one of the things that I'm supposed to do is set some direction for the club and also help get a budget approved for the club. So, first of all, I want to recognize what I'm calling the Giving Committee, which is a committee that met last week and reviewed all of the charitable donations that we had in our budget for the 26-27 year. And we reviewed everything, we made a few changes, a few additions, and the members have approved it. Just so you know, the members of the Giving Committee are Katie, Bill Strand, Diane Dawson, Paul Strong, Ken Huggendubler, David Wilcox, and myself. And this committee will meet again in September to review once the budget is approved by the membership, when we will start distributing some of the checks. And as we get applications and or requests for donations from Rotary, this committee will meet to review them and make a recommendation to approve or not. So with that, I want you to be aware, I'm going to pass, I have one copy, I will email this out to everyone, but I want you to know that I asked Katie to take an old version of a request form that we will post online and make available to any organization that would like to make a request for charitable donation from us. And Katie has updated it, and the committee has reviewed it, and the feedback I have gotten is positive. So we're probably going to post it. It is a PDF. It can be filled out online, or it can be printed and filled out manually and mailed. And Ken is asked to be mailed to his home address, which is on the form. So if you know of any organization that would like to make a request to the Rotary Club for a charitable donation, yes?
Do they have to have a license?
They do not require 501c. to be licensed. If they have a 501c license, we have to tell us which one it is. So are there any questions about the charitable giving and the giving form? And as I said, I will email it out. So the next thing I want to do is the charitable one, I'm going to call it the giving committee. And I think that's a more useful name than charitable committee. I don't know why. Anyway, so we have basically reviewed and approved, so we're recommending to the board that the board approves the budget, including the giving expenses that we have in the budget. I'm not sure if the board has to approve the next time we meet. Who can tell me that? Do we have to approve the budget?
Yes.
Okay, so the next time the board meets, the board will recommend to the membership that we approve the budget.
The membership doesn't have to move stuff,
Just the board? Yeah. Okay, just the board. So we meet once a month, so next month when we meet, we will review the recommendations and we will hopefully approve the budget. And the budget will be online, so anyone who wants to see it can go and see it at TV. So, I've already talked about the giving committee, and I've mentioned who is on it. I want you to understand that there are a few other committees that we have and I would like us to have. We currently have a social committee, and members of that committee are Diane Dawson, Diane Gamble, Bill Payne, Dora Sullivan, Libby Wright, Mark Guthrie, Karen Rothrock, Cheryl Michelle, and Sabrina Brady, and me. Okay? If anyone would like to join that committee, please let one of us know. We also have a committee, right now, one member, the International Committee. Huh? We have two. Paul. Paul Strong and Bill Stram are in the International Committee. If anyone would like to join them, please let one of them know. And
What's the international?
I'm sorry.
What do they do? International. So they try to run the city? You're not. We look for global.
Here, Bill.
We look for global grants and how we can support. Of course, we'd like to stay here within the district. So if there's usually there's numerous global grants within the district, maybe we could tag along and say we'll offer a couple of $1,000. That's what our budget is for this year. It just so happened that last year there was a global grant, thanks to Libby, as a friend. It was out of a district in Ohio, and it was a long process, but we finally were able to give them $1,500 after about 6 months of going through the gyrations of the global grant. So that's what we did. We look for opportunities to contribute. Hopefully, it's something within our district.
Bill, can you tell us what global grants typically do?
So a global grant has to have a host club. The host club, most of the host clubs are in India or Africa or Central America, South America. And then a club like here, like us, would be a partner with them. But the host club has to go through all the gyrations of, and it's got to be at least $25,000 or more. So,
Examples, please?
Yeah. What would they do?
So, this is the one that we just did. It was for digging wells over in Kenya. So, and that's a big one. We've done bridges. The district has done bridges. There's sanitation is a big one. There's
There's been education.
An ambulance for Haiti. was one. There's a doctor down in Central America where they have children that don't have the wherewithal, and even their parents, and they go down there, doctors go down there and help. So it's all kinds of things. And if you're really interested, just go online to Rotary.org and look. There's a slew of local and what we do.
It's within the 6 areas of service that's in the Rotary logo and component. We do education projects, and this club has been involved in some of those, primarily through money. Sometimes with affiliation because our members know other clubs internationally.
But I will say that money that you give to PRF, to the Rotary Foundation, you give $100 to that. Half of that money goes to the World Fund, to fund global grants, because a global grant, the World Fund will pay 35% of that grant. So half of our money goes to that. The other half comes back to the district in district designated funds 3 years later. So that's a short of it. You can learn all about this if you'd like to go to RLI, because they will tell you how to do what goes on.
I'd really like to hear you explain it to us.
Good job, Bill.
Thank you. Thank you, Bill. Okay, one of the other committees that we have is the Protect Our Environment Committee, and Mark Meyerhoff is the chair of that. And Mark, if you would mention who your members are.
Absolutely. We've got some of the Cape Charles Rotary's best and brightest on this bar. Paul's with us, and Nico, Libby, and our newest member is going to be Karen. And we have committed to 3 service projects per year. We completed our first one in May. That was the Clean the Bay, together with the Chesapeake Bay Foundation. Right now, we're looking into different alternatives to really evaluate the viability of them, and then we'll bring those probably to the next board meeting to see if we have the support of the board, and then from there we'll move on to the detailed planning and so on. So it's our part to do what we can to protect the environment. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Okay, another committee, an informal committee that we have, I'm learning all of this stuff and I bet most of you don't know it either, is I'm calling it the speakers group. And the speakers group is the group that arranges for speakers at our meetings. So if you have a suggestion for a speaker at one of our future meetings, these are the people you talk to. Bill Payne is the chair, Mark Clark, Cheryl, Chip, and Karen Valley Davis, and Jim Rich. Those guys are the ones that provide Bill with the list of people, potential speakers, and I've mentioned to Bill Payne that I will be sending him a list of the organizations that we have approved giving funds for this year, and those that have not spoken within the last couple of months or so, I would like them to get on the agenda at some point in the future so they can come and talk to us about what they do with the money that we're giving them. Okay, and
You know, John,
yes,
but we invite leads from the entire club.
absolutely. Absolutely. It isn't just the people that we are giving money to, but we want to have them come speak to us. Okay, now, I've gone over the social committee, the giving committee, the speakers committee, the Protect Our Environment committee, and I would like, and the international committee, sorry, I would like every member to be on at least one committee. If you are not on a committee, I would like you to think about being on one of the ones we just mentioned, or one of the new committees that asking for us to start, and that is a committee or membership. And Diane Dawson has graciously agreed to chair that committee. So she will be looking for members to help her work on membership. And in my mind, and I haven't talked with Diane yet, in my mind, that includes membership at this meeting on Tuesdays, and also if we can get the satellite committee, the satellite club back working again, or get an active satellite club, I'd like that to be part of our membership also. So it would be nice to have a satellite club. And the purpose of the satellite club is to meet in the evening for people who work during the day, would like to participate with Rotary, but can't because of their job. So if we were able to give them an opportunity once or twice a month, I think is the current plan, but that could change, to meet in the evening and get together, and they would be part of our Rotary club. They would meet at the time that was more convenient for them. So if you're interested in membership, please talk with Diane, and Diane will keep me informed on who the volunteers are for her members committee.
Joan,
Yes,
you forgot one committee,
I did. Which one?
youth committee.
Youth committee. Well, we don't have a youth committee really right now, do we?
Yes. We
Okay.
had one for years, but it's been on life support. And I've got a couple of people in mind that I will invite to join. Getting going on.
And I also foster, and I think, okay?
And
Yeah.
tell us why it's an important but often overlooked club.
Well, the youth committee probably is one of the more important committees because we deal directly with the community and we support the Interact clubs at Broadwater and Northampton High. And Interact members, our speaker 2 weeks ago, Romina, Rono. I'm going to pronounce her first name. But she's a member of the Interact Club at Northampton. We've lost Barbara Parker, who for years led the Interact Club at Broadwater. So we need to get ourselves reoriented and get that going because it's all about the youth. Yes, Ken.
Phil, as part of that, has this club ever considered youth exchange plan and other two clubs? That's been a very popular thing that we've got. In fact, my wife and I have posted youth exchange in the past. Is that something this club has ever considered or would consider?
Phil Stram is the expert on that.
We did consider it, there were no takers, and
On which side?
on our side, because there is a program, and you can sign up for it, and then you host somebody. This club would host a youth exchange person, and in return, somebody from our club who has a child or a grandchild or something could be a youth exchange as well in the other club. So it depends. Usually 6 months or even less. Okay, so it's all dependent. Again, it's on Rotary.org. I think it's a great idea. But the thing is, and the kids are great. The kids are absolutely great. They would come here, they would go to school for 6 months, and vice versa.
Who selects the host family?
That's what the problem was. You have the host family would probably be one of us. Okay, one of us.
Yeah, let's more. We've done that with other clubs. We had 3 host families, and the struggle was finding 3 host families.
Yeah, well, we can try that, but maybe our area governor, assistant governor might be able to work that.
Tommy Arnold, where is he? If that's something the club would like to explore, I'd be happy to get more info on.
Katie, you're gonna follow up on that? And Ken,
And
we
Diane?
Yeah, I love children. And pets, I love pets.
And if it turns out that that's something that you want to recommend we do, then we can create a committee. I don't have a problem with that, it's great. I think everyone should help participate one way or the other in our club activities. So, the last thing I have on my agenda, and then I'll open it up for anyone that has anything else, is, now that I'm president, I get lots of emails from the district. So, they send out a number of flyers. They have one that's called Make Membership Easy, and it's a regional membership summit and learning session. It's on Saturday, September 26th, and it's going to be, I think, in Chesapeake. Not sure exactly, but I will email these flyers out to all of you, so you can look at particulars. But I wanted to be aware. There's also a save the date for Saturday, October 31st, which is a Rotary Leadership Institute, parts 2 and 3. If you've been to Leadership Institute Part 1, you need to go to Part 2, Part 3. Okay, if you haven't, then once you go to 1, you go to Part 2 and 3. Okay? And then
That's what I talked about earlier. You learn everything there is to know about Rotary.
okay.
And I highly recommend the Rotary Leadership Institute. It is a great program to go through, and you get some fantastic teachers who have been involved with Rotary for like 50 years, who know everything about it, to get you really enthused about Rotary and what we can do as a team, as a group of all Rotarians in the world.
Joe, did you say that's 1 beta 2?
Yes,
2 and 3.
2 and 3.
2 and 3. I will send out, as I said, the flyers so you can get the details. The third one is a District 7600 annual conference, and that's on November 6th through 8th, which I believe is a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It'll be at the Delta by Marriott in Chesapeake, Norfolk, and at the Chesapeake Conference Center. And they're advertising that they're featuring the DeLoreans as part of the entertainment. Most of you really care about the DeLoreans. And the last one I have is a District Rotary Foundation luncheon, Find Your Starfish, and that one is November 14th, Saturday at noon in Williamsburg. So you get to see that too. I believe that if any of you plan to attend some of these, you can actually get reimbursed by Rotary, our Rotary Club, but you have to register and prove that you've registered and paid, and you're getting a stipend, I believe, for traveling. Pardon?
You're looking at him, right?
Okay.
Are you okay on that?
Yeah.
Check with our current.
You get reimbursed for the registration fee and a little bit for food for that day, if the registration fee doesn't cover it, and some mileage if you drive.
Carol.
Do we have a goal of what we want our membership to be? I mean, we almost fill up this room. What have we got priced at size?
We get a bigger room.
That'd be a great problem for us to have.
When I had to fill out a goal, my goal sheet for this club a month ago, my goal was to increase our membership by 5 people.
A year?
This year, not a year.
Next 5.
Net 5. So if we lose 5, then we have to increase by 10, because I want the total increase to be 5 from our current membership, which I believe is 43.
44.
44, okay. So my objective, my goal for the year would be 49 members by the end of the year. Okay, so help. Okay, so these are all of the things that I have had on my list to talk about.
District governor's visit?
Oh, the district governor visit. Our district governor is scheduled to visit the Eastern Shore on August 25th. Onancock Rotary is the host Rotary Club. They are arranging for the meeting to be on the 25th at the, I believe, Elks Club in Accomack. I don't know the specifics yet. I don't know the time. I don't know the cost. And I don't know the menu. But I've asked for that feedback. And when I get that information, I will share that. And it is, I believe that we would pay for the members to attend. But if you bring a +1, you pay for your +1. That's how it would work, okay? And when we get more information, I'll let you know. Anyone else have any questions? Bill?
While I'm on a roll, how many of you are aware of Rotary Fellowships? See you raise a hand. Okay, so there are, I don't know, hundreds of Rotary Fellowships. I'm personally in two. I'm in the golfing fellowship, and I'm in the whiskey fellowship.
Really?
They have a doctor's fellowship. You name it, they got it. Okay, yeah, so, it's great, and they meet at least, sometimes they meet once a year, or, at the national convention, they'll meet. But anyway, go online, type in fellowship, give you the list. And it's a small fee. I pay $25 a year for the golfing thing. And then they have one big golf tournament, somewhere in the United States. It costs like $1,000 to play for 3 days. But, they have that. So that's something for you to think about.
Thank you. Anyone else? Anyone have anything else to say? Okay, then you.
Just one.
Jim.
Among the ad hoc committees, you can also count the literacy committee, and which has a rather extended membership of readers. There will be a class this fall to retrain, or not retrain, but train new readers, people who are interested in joining. So watch for details in September. And I understand we will be invited back to Activity. They were pleased with the performance in the spring.
Thank you. Thank you.
Joan, we have a public relations committee we'd like to get established as well. Right? Yeah, who handle the website? To get established, to get one.
Oh.
We need one.
We need one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I've been handling the website poorly. I'm gonna throw myself under the bus. I'm bringing Sabrina in, so if it's poor after this, it's her fault. No, I'm kidding. And it's not just do the website, but to help us drive content, ensure we get articles in the paper, to help coordinate messaging out. So we'd love to also form that committee and have a couple members on there to help us do it. So.
Thank you. Which brings up an interesting point. The giving committee, when we met, one of the things that we talked about was when we approve giving funds to an organization, we would like to ask them to share and publicize that Rotary was the donor, so that they were partnering with us, and so they are advertising for us because we're giving them money. So that's an interesting point. I don't think we've asked for that in the past. If we have, it's not been formal. So I think that's one of the things that we want to make sure is on our application fee. Yes? Pardon?
Oh, another item. Oh.
Not formally.
Okay. We have 3 people, Malcolm Hole, Karen, and myself, who are helping the district write the annual district grant.
Okay,
I'm glad that's my list. Thank you so much. So that's-
In that regard, this club is supposed to be the lead applicant.
This year?
Yes, for the spring.
27.
Okay.
Hey, not to put you on the spot, but most of our newer members don't understand the role of the area governor. Will you hum a few tunes?
I don't either. So my job is meant to coordinate with the other clubs here on the Eastern Shore, so Nantucket and Exmoor and this club, and help coordinate efforts that they may need assistance with. Reach out and provide that assistance into the district. So if you're looking for help with membership growth, there are a lot of resources at the district level who work on this problem and can share what they have learned, and we can provide them to come in as a speaker for you, to come talk to your club, to help with those things. It really is to help ensure we're keeping each club as healthy and alive and productive as possible. Because our goal, I heard the question get asked to Joan, how much do we want to grow this club by? If you ask Rotary International, we don't grow enough, period. And in District 7600, they also need us to grow a lot more. Because one of the things that you're aware of this year, we actually raised our dues to help meet certain obligations of our operating club, not just for this club, but for our contributions into the district, because they're losing membership. And without membership, we're going to have to continue to raise dues to meet certain obligations that both we have as a club and into the district as a whole, and then into International Rotary, because we contribute to those organizations as we are within the group as a whole. So that's a really big component I do. I've been communicating with the other two clubs for probably the last 6 months. Tommy Arnold was so slick. He got me involved early on. And one of the other things I've also taken lead in doing is I'm familiar with our software for DACDB, which helps many of the Rotary clubs and do the administrative work for themselves. I know a lot about that, so I've kind of been helping the other clubs get more familiar with the software to be able to report their attendance, manage their membership, a couple other functionalities of it, and I'm sharing our financial module because that's not a free module. We bought that as this club to run our finances from. It wasn't tons of money, and so I'm sharing some of that information to see if that'll help those clubs get a little more stability in their leadership, because they're all struggling like we've had in years past of who wants to be president? Nobody was willing to step up, and they've kept the same people in the same roles. It's healthy for your clubs to have a chain of command that changes personalities. And so that's one of the things I'm trying to work with the other clubs on, is ensure they really work at a succession plan, and it's not viewed as a weight around your neck. This is fun. I'm having a good time in all my years I've been here, because if you don't know it, I love to be boss. I really do. I love telling you people what to do. And so that's what I do as the area governor. I may be beyond my scope, but I think that's one of the things that we're concerned about is some of the clubs here in the Eastern Shore were going the wrong way. They were dwindling down to nothing, and we need to re-energize that feeling of why we all love Rotary. And part of that is really making sure we're hearing from you as a club. Are you getting your needs met being a member of this club, which isn't just coming to lunch? And our lunches are great. I think that's a big part of why our club is so successful, because we really have a fun time at lunch. Primarily, I like it because I get to pick on Bill Payne almost every week. So that's what I do as the area governor, and I try and keep that line of communication out there with what we're doing here on the Eastern Shore and really promote us. And Bill Strand had mentioned the district grant. We have been highly successful here on the Eastern Shore. I'd say probably for the last close to 15 years, the Eastern Shore, one of these clubs, has always gotten a district grant every year. So we really work hard to make sure the funds that we're giving through our contributions into the Paul Harris Foundation make their way back to the Eastern Shore. So that's really important, and I'm glad we have a committee that is now focused on writing it, and I'm glad Joan's going to take it up. It's going to fall under her presidency. we as a club get to determine what that project would be for the spring application cycle. Again, it can be focused at the southern end, in Cape Charles, in Northampton. We do try and coordinate with the other two clubs so they're aware, and we all get full buy-in of what we're putting in for a grant. We recognize it may benefit one area of the Eastern Shore versus another, but we're going to rotate, so eventually we're going to get those funds sprinkled throughout the Eastern Shore every third year. And so I'm so excited for this coming year, because I have some thoughts of what we could do as a project. But anyway, that's it.
Okay, I will do my best to send out an email with the posters. I will send out a separate email with the names of the committees and those who have chairs and members, who the chair and the members are. And I will give you a clue. I use StackCB to send out my emails for Rotary. And if you want to look in your inbox, and it is inundated with mail, do a search on dacdb.net, and it will bring up the emails that come from DACDB. So you can find which ones are coming from me and some of the other members of the club. Any questions? With that, let's do the four-way test. And if we stand, please. Of the things we think, say, or do. First, second, third, fourth,
Will it be beneficial to all concerned?
fifth, will